Hello and welcome here inside of the Meeteetse K-12 schools here in Meeteetse, Wyoming in southern Park County. I'd like to welcome you here inside this beautiful little town of 309 people. It is the site of today's game between the visiting Thermopolis Bobcats and the hosting Meeteetse Longhorns. This will be Thermopolis' first game of two that they have this upcoming calendar week with a small school, as they'll be taking on the 10 Sleep Pioneers in 10 Sleep this coming Monday, and then they'll be hosting the Shoshone Wranglers on Tuesday in Thermopolis. So a bit of a busy week ahead for the Lady Cats here. Today's contest, as well as the contest on Monday in 10 Sleep, is only A and B. Meeteetse obviously a little too small for a C team. In fact, we have their roster right here. They're barely even big enough for a B team. We do have a couple of people that we'll be keeping an eye on today for the Meeteetse Longhorns. A couple of people that impressed me last season. Mostly going to be keeping our eyes today on Bandy Pickenpaw, as well as Aurora Yoder and Amaya McGee for the Meeteetse Longhorns. Really excited to see those ladies play once again. So we'll have our eye on them in this upcoming, I assume, A game. Oh, Pickenpaw's a 7th grader. We might see her in the B game.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for coming out today to cheer on our Longhorns versus the Thermopolis Bobcats.
Oh, and looks like they're going to do an anthem. We'll be right back. Okay, Pledge of Allegiance instead of an anthem. Sorry about that. We're like to welcome you back here. A bit unexpected. I guess when you go on the road, you kind of have to expect the unexpected. This A game here will be here for 2 hours here, which is not enough time here in this little town. I do love coming to Meeteetse, one of my favorite little towns in the state of Wyoming. Mabry Schwann and trying to see who else going in for the tip-off, number 10 of Bandy Pickenpaw. And we are underway down the right side. First shot up, no good. Rebounded there by Reese Harris to start us off. Meeteetse bringing it slowly up the floor here, up past the Longhorn, being guarded there by Ella Benefiel. They're going to call a backcourt violation on the Longhorns. That'll send it right on back to the purple and gold here. Coaches for the Thermopolis Bobcats include head coach Ashley Shear and assistant coach Ryan Schaefer. Meeteetse's coaches include Alex Hammond as the head coach and Daryl Benyon as the assistant coach. Moving left side, Johnson gives up back door here to DeVries. Now back to Johnson. She'll drive right side, tries to pass left. Hannah Bourne, shots up, gets a foul, up and in. And the Bobcats will draw first blood here on the road in Park County, just up Highway 120 here on the gateway to Yellowstone. Foul committed by the number 10 of Bandy Pickenpaw. The 7th grader will pick up her first personal foul of the morning. I hope you got your caffeinated beverage of choice here today. A bit of an early one. Shot is up and it's in for Hannah Boren. Also some construction creating some headaches just outside of Meeteetse. We were stuck at the light for 15 minutes coming into town. Here comes Amaya McGee. She'll move left side, passes left to Reese Harris. And they're going to call Harris on the traveling violation. So that's going to go back up to the Bobcats. Amelia Johnson will get set to pass this one in for Thermopolis. Coming up past the timeline, here comes Ella Benefiel. She'll pass far side to Johnson, slips through her hand and out of bounds up toward the Meeteetse bench. I think this will go back to the Lady Longhorns. And the Big Red trying to fire something up here in this opening quarter. 5:10 still to go. Passing it in up to the far side, up toward the text. Moving up through the middle. This appears to be Aurora Yoder, I believe. She'll try to keep it inbounds, and that's going to be a souvenir. That one actually almost killed the B team up there where they're seated. Passed in here by Sylvana DeVries. Here comes Ella Benefiel. Benefiel up past the timeline, up to the chin of the Longhorns. She'll move near side. Down the right side. Tries a pass under the basket here to Mabry Schwann. Schwann will give a pass out to Benefiel. She'll move out to the corner. Attempts the three. It's up and falls short of the basket. Rebounded by the 13 of Yoder. Bringing it up down is Reese Harris. She'll give it up now to Yoder. Yoder through the middle. Right side, mid-range shot, up and in, and they splash for the 13, Aurora Yoder on the basket. So she'll draw first blood for Meeteetse to break the seal. Ella Benefiel gets it almost taken away there by Reese Harris. Good defense there by the Longhorns. Pass to the right side. Here comes Johnson, now inside to Mabry Schwann. Shot is up, gets it to go. 5-2, Thermopolis on top. Picks up the dribble, now skips over to the far side. Here comes Pickenpaw. She'll give it up now to McGee. Amaya McGee, right side. They're going to call the whistle for the near side referee. I think they're going to call Mabry Schwann on something. That'll be her first personal foul. One foul apiece for both sides here. Passing it in now to Harris. Harris moving to the far side now, trying to get past Benefiel. Playing very good backcourt timeline pressure here to the far side. Picks up the dribble, kicks it back out. Shot on its way for Yoder. It's up and it's no good. And they're going to say, I think they're going to say white ball. I think Schwann might have touched it there. Meeteetse going in from the padding here, gives up to McGee. She'll try to get near the wing here. Picks up the dribble, now bounce pass to Yoder. She'll try to swing out of it. Goes to the left side, guarded by Johnson. Tries to turn around. And it looks like they're going to call something on Meeteetse. It's going to go back up to the Bobcats. 3:33 still to play in the opening quarter here on the road. Bobcats will have another road contest against the 10 Sleep Pioneers on Monday. Benefiel loses the ball. Schwann there to pick it up, and she'll cough it up to Reese Harris, but they're going to whistle this one down. I think the original call was a travel on the Bobcats. Tight contest so far. Aurora Yoder going to pass this one in for Meeteetse. Gives up to Amaya McGee. She'll come up past the timeline. Gets it stolen or tipped. Amelia Johnson picks it up, but the tip was made by Ella Benefiel. Down to the near side. Benefiel blows by. Takes the stop and gets it. Tries to get it up underneath to Hannah Boren. Ball rolls underneath. Taken away there by Audrey Heinze. Down to the near side, Reese Harris up past the word mark. She'll pump fake and she'll float this one over here. Bandy Pickenpaw, bounce pass left side. She'll try to move to the elbow, gives it up back to McGee, up top now. Trying to get rid of it in desperation. She'll heave this one up toward the basket. That's going to go back to Hannah Bourne. I think she was intending to pass it into the paint there. Bounce pass to the far side. Here comes Sylvana DeVries, jump stop. Passes it middle here to Mabry Schwann. She'll try to go around, gets to the block, kicks it out for two. And that is going to end up being a traveling violation. Looks like she got a little, she had the momentum there, but didn't shoot it there as she moved. A pivot foot left, and that drew the traveling call. Passing it into McGee, far side, up past the timeline again, staying within the volleyball lines here. Up top here comes Yoder. She'll try to drive inside, loses the ball. McGee on the shot. It's up and a foul. Two shots coming up. Amaya McGee will be going to the line to shoot two. And looks like we're going coming in for the Bobcats. It'll be Avery Teeples, the 7th grader. Shot is up for McGee. It's up and it's in. McGee will, or Teeples will come in for Mabry Schwann. 5-3, 2:17 still to play. Shot is up, cannot get it to go. Teeples, far side, tries to get the rebound. What I do like about this facility, you can see the scoreboard in frame there, so it kind of makes my job a little easier trying to communicate the time remaining here. 2:13 to go. Benefiel up past the timeline. She'll bounce pass up to the middle. Bourne with a backdoor sneaky pass there. Now down the left side. Shots up for Teeples. No good. Bourne on the rebound. That one's up on a foul. And so with that, Bourne will go to the line. So Boren to shoot 2. First one on its way. It's up and gets it to go. 6-3 here. Second shot on its way. Up and splash. Bandy Pickenpaw on her second personal foul, by the way. Near side, here comes Reese Harris, picks it up, gives it back, and now taken away by DeVries and ripped right back away by Yoder. Yoder to the far side, kicks it back to Reese Harris. She'll move left side, stops, pass it to McGee on the left side. McGee trying to get rid of it, kicks it out to Yoder. Shot on its way, up and no good. Rebounded by Bandy Pickenpaw, and she'll be double teamed there and a foul. And they're going to get the foul on the Bobcats. That should be either their third or their fourth. I think it'll be their third. And I think they charged it to Savannah DeVries, her first personal foul of the morning here. Gives up to McGee, right side. Shots up, heavily contested. Amelia Johnson on the rebound. 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter here in the A game. Amelia Johnson bounce pass left side to DeVries. DeVries now to Ella Benefiel. She'll move down the left side. Gets up behind there to Teeples. Now to DeVries. DeVries approaching up top now, goes up to Amelia Johnson. She'll try to keep it in bounds. That will go right back up to the Longhorns. 7-3, Bobcats have got the advantage so far, but Meeteetse's been playing super aggressive here. McGee and Yoder, the biggest impact so far this morning for this A team. Yoder giving it inside there to Pickenpaw. Pickenpaw now to McGee to the far side. McGee loses control of the ball but picks it up. Kicks it back out, driving up toward the elbow, now to the free throw line, now left side. Kicks it back to Yoder, up onto the left wing. She'll move inside the paint, up to the right elbow. Still dribbling, mid-range shot on its way, up and no good. And that will be rebounded. Here comes Benefiel up through traffic. Gives it up to Savannah DeVries to try to avoid the turnover. Now here comes Amelia Johnson, 45 seconds to play in the quarter. Teeples there, now to Boren. From the free throw line, it's up and hits the rim. That one might have had a hand on it there. Great job by the Longhorns to stop that shot there. 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Trying to get by the Bobcats, trying to press a little bit here. They'll pass it in onto the elbow. That one's up and swatted. Hannah Boren tries to chase it out there. I think this will stay with Meeteetse. 23 ticks left on the scoreboard here. Aurora Yoder, the 8th grader, will get ready to pass this one in. Yoder underneath the baseline, and that's going to be, I think that's going to go back up to the Bobcats. 21 seconds. Ella Benefiel coming up to the attack line, now up past the timeline. 15 seconds to play here in the first. And they're going to call a double dribble on Benefiel. This is going back to the Longhorns. Some mistakes being made by the Bobcats early. Yoder passes it in to Pickenpaw to the far side. McGee now to the middle of the floor. 5 seconds to play now. Tries to get the shot up, and that one's no good. 3, 2, 1. And not going to get a full court shot there, unfortunately, from Hannah Boren. And we're going to conclude the opening quarter here. The Thermopolis Bobcats lead here on Highway 120. The score at the end of 7-3, Thermopolis on top. We'll be right back from the Meeteetse School here in just a moment. You're watching middle school girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. I hate my life. They are playing Lava Chicken, that song that Jack Black sings in the Minecraft movie. Makes me want to blow my brains out. But we're back here for the start of the second quarter. Oddly enough, there's a couple of kids to my right playing Minecraft, so 7-3 here as we get ready to start the second quarter. First 6 minutes of this A game have been incredible so far. Reagan Schaefer passing it in for the Bobcats. Hannah Bourne moving up the middle, tries to give it to the right side, out of bounds. And it's going to be a little bit interesting without a C game here to see how the Bobcats will try to manage their roster. I don't know if they're going to try to get some of their B team in here when we enter that second half or not, but we'll have to find out. Left side, gets up back to McGee, up onto the elbow. McGee trying to swing out of it, gives it up to Yoder. She'll try a contested 3. That's actually going to be called for 2 here. 5:32 left on the board here. And that's going to send Aurora Yoder to the line to shoot 2. Foul was committed there by Reagan Schaefer, her first personal foul. Shot is up off the right side of the rim. That's going to be no good. Hannah Boren and Lauren Teeples on box out duty, Avery Teeples on box out duty here. Shot is up. And Yoder rims out. That was so close. Good rebound, though, by the Bobcats. Bourne will pass it Benefiel. Now up to the far side. Big pass to Teeples. Shot is up and gets it to go. Bounced off the rim and in. 9-3 here in this second quarter, about through the first 45 seconds. Picks up the dribble. Now far side up to Yoder. Bobcats trying to get on the gas here. Just barely a shoe size small enough for the line there. Now to the left side, here comes Reese Harris. Harris up to Yoder. She'll pass right side, tipped, stolen away, down the other end. Schaefer passes up behind her to Benefiel. Benefiel up behind her to Amelia Johnson. She'll try for 3. Almost got it there, but that one's off the right side of the basket. Bobcats are trying to get themselves warmed up a little bit with jump shots earlier this morning. When they got here, they took some close-range jump shots, and then they got progressively a little further back as the warm-ups progressed here. Traveling violation called on the Longhorns. That's going to go back up to the Bobcats. 4:31 still to play in the half. And we got a officials timeout there for a player tying her shoe here. Make sure you double tie it or double knot it. Amelia Johnson passing this one into Ella Benefiel. She'll come up slowly past the timeline here. A little bit of open court to work with. Benefiel underhands to Boren. Great pass to Benefiel. Left side, up and in. Our camera didn't get it. We apologize for that. Bad camera work on my part. 11-3. You know, when I worked with KDNO for that short time as a senior in high school, I never claimed to be the best cameraman in the world. Shot is up and it's no good from the left side. In through transition. Gets it poked away by Yoder. It's going to go out of bounds toward the stage, and that's going to go right there onto the baseline for the Bobcats. By the way, it's pretty interesting to see Meeteetse with you can see that with a lot of smaller schools. Shot is up for Amelia Johnson and in from mid-range. But I know Burlington has the same feature. Granted, it's in their auxiliary gym, but they have a theater, like a stage inside the gym. I think that's actually really cool when small schools have that feature. McGee to the right side being harassed by Teeples, and she's going to throw it right there into the floor, and she's going to try to steal it away. McGee and Benefiel tying it up down there on that volleyball attack line. 3:36 to go in the second quarter. Currently 13-3, and it looks like actually Meeteetse will maintain possession. Aurora Yoder will pass this one in, gives up to McGee on the corner of the attack line. She'll move up top here. McGee holds it over her head here. She'll look to try to swing out of it. Passes left side, goes through the fingers of Bandy Pickenpaw. She'll pass right side to Yoder. She's able to recover the ball in time. Gives it inside there to Audrey Hines. Hines looking to pass it back, and Benefiel getting aggressive in there, and she will draw another jump ball. This time it will benefit the Bobcats. And it looks like Meeteetse will use their first full timeout, so we're going to take a quick breather here from the Meeteetse schools here in southern Park County. The Meeteetse Longhorns trail by 10, 13-3. We'll be right back. You're watching middle school girls basketball on TBSN, the future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. I'd like to welcome you back here inside of the Meeteetse School here in Meeteetse, Wyoming, home of the Longhorns. Thermopolis Bobcats and the Meeteetse Longhorns, their only matchup of the season. I think the boys will be back here in January. I'd like to remind you today's broadcast brought to you by Kirby Consulting, serving the Rockies and Western Plains since 2014. Kirby Consulting is your elite oil field professionals and a proud sponsor of girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network. Game also brought to you by Hot Springs Pharmacy. And a pass in here from Schaefer to DeVries. Back underway up past the timeline, 3 minutes to go. Takes the shot up from the left side. That one's up and no good. Teeple's trying to go for the rebound, and she's going to get it tied up down there with, I believe that was Maya Singer, the 7th grader. Or sorry, check that. Charlie Keller, I meant to say. I apologize. Yoder will be right there up toward the stage, getting ready to pass this one in. And Ashley Clear, the head coach here for the Bobcats, trying to direct her girls here on this upcoming defense. And it looks like the Bobcats are going to go, nope, never mind. They're not going to be on defense. They're going to inbound it here. 3:02 to go here. Schaefer will pass this one in. Shot is up for Wire. It's up and it's no good. Annabelle Wire into the game here for the Bobcats. So I guess it is going to be a mix of their A and B teams. Again, no C game here, as Meeteetse does not have a C team. Passes it inside, and that's going to go way out of bounds on the near side. 13-3 still your score. Bobcats will retain the possession. Schaefer on the baseline here, trying to run their inbound play. Mabry Schwann with it mid-range. She'll try to swing out of it, goes down the baseline. Schwann double team. She'll give it back up to Wire. Wire pass back to Schaefer up top. Chest pass back to Mabry Schwann, left side, trying to find a shot there, but nothing there. She'll blow by. That is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be off of Schwann. This one will go back to the Longhorns. Great job by Bandy Pickenpaw and Aurora Yoder to create that pressure down there on the floor. Giving it inside to Pickenpaw. She'll pass back up to Yoder on the near side. Yoder trying to get by Annabelle Wire, but good luck doing that. That's going to be a foul as well. We know Annabelle Wire has got a little bit of foul stuff she needs to work on. She got fouled out in that B game against Grable. Aurora Yoder passing it in here. 2:32 to go. Gives it up to McGee. She'll try to move right side. Picks up the dribble. Now here comes Reese Harris down the right side. Takes the shot from the right. Up and in. Gets it to go. Meeteetse will break the ice here in this second quarter. Sylvana DeVries now bringing it up the floor here. Gives it up on the chest pass to Reagan Schaefer. Tries to give it inside to Mabry Schwann. Stolen away by Bandy Pickenpaw. They'll come up past the timeline. Near side now to Aurora Yoder. She'll drive in. Takes the shot. Up and no good. Mabry Schwann trying to go for the rebound, and I think she'll get there. Yep, and she'll have a breakaway. Calling for a pass is the 5 of Sylvana DeVries. The shot is up on the left side. No good for Schwann. Missed a wide open layup to the left there. And that was stolen right back away. DeVries, right side. Shots up, and it's in. Well, DeVries was like, all right, you ain't going to pass to me. I'm going to show you why that was a mistake. But she was called for that pass on that turnover earlier. Bobcats playing press in the backcourt. and they're going to get Yoder on that traveling violation. Meeteetse starting to feel the pressure here. 91 seconds to go in the half here in this A game. 15-2 still your score. Or sorry, 15-5 I meant to say. Good Lord. Passing it inside to Mabry Schwann near the elbow. Schwann on a contested shot, gets her own rebound. They're going to call a far side referee is going to call a foul. Bobcats will have another opportunity to try to get to the basket here. Meeteetse's kind of been smothering them on the inbounds, though. Here comes Mabry Schwann. And picked it, stolen away. McGee down the other side. She'll stop inside the arc. Shot is up, gets it to go. Amaya McGee for 2. There's a reason why she's one of my favorite players for the Longhorns. That's exactly why. And she'll also tip it away there off of Mabry Schwann. Schwann behind the line. Good news is we'll get to see the Longhorns again in Burlington later this month. Shot is up and it's no good. 50 seconds to go and a foul. And this is going to go right back. I think they're going to call an offensive foul here. Yeah, they're going to call a charge on the Longhorns. This is going to go back to the Bobcats. 48 seconds still to play here in the half. Schaefer will inbound it here to DeVries. DeVries going to bring this one up past the Longhorn. Stops. Tries to get rid of it. Goes to the near side to Schaefer. 40 seconds to play. This one stolen away by Yoder. Or sorry, check that, not Yoder. Pick and paw. Down the right side. Shot is up and it's in. And Meeteetse starting to catch fire here toward the end of the second. 15-9. Going to the line to shoot one, it will be Reese Harris off the and one. Shot on its way, it's up and it is no good. McGee on the offensive rebound. McGee shot is up, and how did she make that? That's 2 of those impossible shots that she has gotten to go today. I think at least 6 points on the day and a traveling violation for the Bobcats. They're starting to lose focus here, and they need to try and get that back. It's only a 4-point game here. Yoder will try to inbound on the near side here. She's got Wire there to guard her. Feeds it there. It's tipped and stolen away. No, chuck that. McGee's going to salvage it. 17 seconds to go. McGee holds on to it, passes back, shot way on its way. That one's not going to get to the basket there. It'll fall underneath. 15-11, 10.4 to go. Schaefer passes it in. Meeteetse with a one-man press. That's going to be tipped and out of bounds. Fantastic work by Reese Harris to get her hand on it. 6.5 seconds to go in the second. Schaefer will inbound here. And they're going to force a pass up to the far side. McGee down the other end. Shot is on its way. No good. And McGee with the last second shot will not get it to go off the pass by Reese Harris. And that is going to conclude the first half. And the Thermopolis Bobcats, kind of the same thing we've been seeing over the past few A games, right? They go on a hot streak and then they start to kind of get a little bit, they start to fall under the pressure a little bit. Hopefully they can get their stuff sorted in the second half, but great job by Meeteetse to rebound in that second quarter. They scored 8 points in that second quarter, easily outscoring the Bobcats. I think the Bobcats put up 12 in that first quarter. So they're going to head to the locker room. We'll be right back in about 8 minutes for the start of the second half. And this second half should be about as interesting as the first one was. These girls are playing extremely hard. We'll be right back from inside of the Meeteetse schools at the half. It's the Bobcats 15, the Longhorns 11. We'll be back in just a moment. You are watching middle school girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats, on the voice of the Bobcats. Talking back here inside of inside the Meeteetse School here in Meeteetse, Wyoming. Home of the Longhorns. 15-11 here with about 30 seconds left in halftime. I'd like to remind you today's broadcast is brought to you by Kirby Consulting, your elite oil field professional since 2014, serving the Rockies and Western Plains. Also brought to you by Hot Springs Pharmacy. Well, that first half was electric for the Bobcats, but the Longhorns, the last 2 or so minutes of the half, were starting to really get their act together. They were really starting to score points, especially off the likes of Anaya McGee, Reese Harris, and I think even saw some stuff from Aurora Yoder and Bandy Pickenpaw in terms of assists. A lot of cleaner offense from the Longhorns toward the end of that second quarter. Let's see if we can see more of the same here in this second half. But the Bobcats were starting to make some mental errors toward the end of that half as well that the Longhorns did a fantastic job of capitalizing on. Amelia Johnson will pass this one in for the Bobcats. And we are back underway. Third quarter here in the A game. Bobcats and Longhorns. Amelia Johnson moving to the right side here. Picks up the dribble, now gives it on back to Sylvana DeVries. Now left side, they're going to call a travel. And Sylvana DeVries was looking to coach Coach Clear as to what she was doing wrong there. And now here comes Yoder. Yoder up past the attack line. Now here she goes to the far side, driving to the left side of the basket, spits it out. That's going to go out toward the stage and stay with Meeteetse. Longhorns will have an inbound coming up here. 5:37 to play in the third. I actually forgot to ask the scorers table if there was going to be a B game in this one. That one's tipped and stolen away. Amelia Johnson. Now that one's taken back away by Reese Harris. And they're going to call a traveling violation on Harris on the near side. This is going back to the Bobcats. And so here they go up past the timeline. Ella Benefiel with it here, the 7th grader. Bounce pass to the far side. This is up to DeVries. She'll move left side. Picks up the dribble. DeVries up near the text. This one's tipped and stolen away by Yoder. They're going to try and come back around that far side. So 5:08 still to go here. This is going to go out and back to the Bobcats. Amelia Johnson will pass this one into Benefiel up past the attack line, now to the timeline, now to the near side. Johnson with it, holds it over. Moving to the right side, has an open pass to DeVries. DeVries, chest pass here to Benefiel. She'll get this one underneath to Hannah Boren, up and in. Boren, the scoring leader today for the Bobcats. She has done a fantastic job. She scored, I believe, the first basket of the game. Now here comes Reese Harris up past the timeline with a little bit of pressure. Passes right side to McGee. McGee picks up the dribble, gives it up back to Harris. Harris gets it stolen away by Johnson, and they're going to trip her down there. That's going to be Bobcat ball. And they're going to give the foul to Reese Harris, her second personal, first team foul of the quarter for the Longhorns. They'll pass this one in, and my camera is having a stroke again. Just give me 1 second while we get this sorted out. It did this in Worland, and now it's doing it here. Great. So just bear with us 1 second while we get the camera sorted out here. I don't know what's going on. Like we said, it did this voodoo magic in Worland, and now it's doing it here. It's like it's fine for one game, and then second game it just falls apart. 4:08 to go here. Benefiel on the shot. It's up and cannot get it to go. Just bear with us. I think we got it. I thought we did. Well, it's moving. I don't know why it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Passing it right side to Amelia Johnson. She'll drive right side, trying to get by McGee. Hits the basket there. It looks like McGee and Pickenpaw both on the rebound here for the Longhorns. What in the heck is going on? We are very, very, very sorry, guys. Okay, we got it. We're good. All good. There was a score for the Longhorns. We unfortunately did not catch that due to our camera gremlins. Shot is up from beyond the arc for Sylvana DeVries. So 17-13, 3 minutes to go, halfway through the quarter here. We'll pass near side to McGee. McGee moves left side, picks up the dribble. Now she'll pass right side here to Yoder. Yoder going to try and get that one stolen away. That's going to end up being a traveling violation. Some of the Bobcat fans were doing the little motion for it there as well. They wanted that traveling call, and they got it. They'll bring this up past the timeline again. And they're going to call a double dribble here on Ella Benefiel. So this is going to go back up to the far side here. Yoder is going to inbound for the Longhorns. And she'll give it into McGee, who is open there on that center circle. She'll try to go right side, gets it tipped, taken back by Reese Harris. Now back to Yoder. Right side, takes the shot. It's up and it's no good. Mabry Schwann on the rebound there for the Bobcats in transition, gets it stolen away, and they're going to say out of bounds on that far side. So it's going right back up to Meeteetse, 2:28 to go. As always, I'd like to remind you, we have to thank our sponsors here once again, Kirby Consulting and Hot Springs Pharmacy. Checking into the game is going to be Avery Teeples. Gives it into McGee. She'll come up past the volleyball line. Now moving to the right side, trying to get low to get by Hannah Boren. Now here comes Yoder. Yoder gets the ball stripped, and that's going to be a 3-on-1 down there trying to get the, 3-on-2 trying to get the ball. A jostle for possession there. And we believe that this is going to be Meeteetse ball, and it is. They're going to send Aurora Yoder to the line, or to the baseline here. 2:18 still to play. Coming around the arc, now kicks it back up to Reese Harris. Harris driving left side, picks it up, tries to pass it to McGee, because it's going to go out of bounds. It looks like they'll stay with Meeteetse. Yoder on that right side, going to try to pass here. And Bobcats not given very many easy options. That's going to be to the left lane, and they're going to try and wrestle it away. One player going to the ground there. That was Benefiel, who was trying to strip it away. But this one's going to go back to the Bobcats, 2:05 to go. Johnson will inbound to Benefiel. Two men playing up past the timeline here. They're going to bounce pass here to Amelia Johnson. Johnson now to Sylvana DeVries. And DeVries will get fouled there as they tried to strip it away. 1:53 to go. Bobcats still up by 4 here in this game. Not a safe lead by any stretch of the imagination. Although points have still been a luxury in this game for both teams. Ella Benefiel looking for an option, gives it to Amelia Johnson. She'll kick it back up to Benefiel. This one's up for 3. It's up and it's no good. McGee on the rebound, but it's stripped away again. No, a foul. This one might be going to the Bobcats. It'll be their first team foul of the quarter. This one charged to Ella Benefiel for her first personal. Bobcats playing a press. Only one man remains in the front court for the Bobcats. McGee almost scored on the wrong basket there, and she's going to get called for travel. I feel so bad for her. She thought she had an open basket there, but then she realized a little bit. She realized that she was at the wrong spot and then traveled. They'll toss this one up to Amelia Johnson inside the arc. McGee plays up on defense. Here comes Benefiel, blown by Yoder, trips, and that is going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bobcats. The floor monster got to her down there on that, I would assume, is the west end of the gymnasium. Hannah Bourne with an open shot to the left. Gets the rebound. That one's up. Can't get it to go there. Yoder with a volleyball spike out to the Bobcat bench, and that's going to stay with the Bobcats. Ella Benefiel with the inbound, gives up to Hannah Bourne. Now backdoor to Benefiel. It's up and double dribble called on her. So here comes Aurora Yoder in the inbound for the Longhorns. Clock has not run for a while, by the way. And they're going to get it up into the front court. Blows by, has a chance to the basket. Shot is up, and it's blocked by Boren. And this is going to stay with the Longhorns. I think they had it out of bounds there. They will say it was on the red line there. It's going to stay with the Longhorns. Yoder to pass it in. Has some options, but it's pretty crowded down there near the baseline, and she'll step out. That's going to go to the Bobcats as it was returned right back to her. And Meeteetse going to use their second timeout of the ball game. That'll be their second full timeout. We'll be right back here in just a moment from the Meeteetse School here in Meeteetse, Wyoming on Highway 120. We'll be right back in just a moment. You're watching middle school girls basketball on TBSN, the future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. Talking you back here inside of the Meeteetse School. This game brought to you by Hot Springs Pharmacy. The service you deserve for the neighbors you trust. Bobcats will inbound here. It's been a bit of a rough past couple of quarters for the Bobcats. Meeteetse has been playing pretty well here on the defensive end of the ball. Offensive might be a little bit to be desired, but defensively, they have been just been stand out today. 1:06 to go in the third quarter. Down the right side, and they're going to call I think they're going to call the offensive. No, they're not. Sorry, I apologize. No, they are going to call the offensive foul on the Longhorns. So Sylvana DeVries will inbound. Meeteetse with a press here. They had four men in the backcourt, in the front court, the backcourt there for a moment. Benefiel keeps it inbounds, but at what cost? It's going to go back to the Longhorns. It was originally to Harris, then McGee. She coughs it up to Amelia Johnson. Johnson loses the ball. Now coming back the other way is Hines. Down the left side, picks up the dribble. Now to Yoder. Yoder back up top to Reese Harris. She'll try the shot for two. That one's up no good. Rebounded there by Ella Benefiel. Coming back down the near side. Down the left side, and she is going to get the pass off. That is going to stay in bounds. Yoder trying to go for it there. She'll try to bring it back the other way. Side by side with Amelia Johnson down there on that far side toward the scorer's table. Passes up to McGee. McGee to the right side. Almost got taken away there by Bourne. I saw it kind of get tipped a little bit. Gives it up back to Reese Harris. Takes the shot. It's up and can't get it to go. And they will try to get the rebound. A jump ball. Sylvana DeVries rips it away there from Bandy Pickenpaw. Meeteetse will maintain possession, as now checking into the game is going to be Annabelle Wire. 6.8 seconds to go in the third here from Meeteetse. Amelia Johnson will get a breather here. Meeteetse will try to inbound here to McGee. 5 seconds to play. On the elbow, trying to get rid of it. And this one's tipped and stolen away by Wire, and she's not going to get the last second shot off. And that is going to conclude the third quarter of play. Almost finished here in this A game. The Meeteetse Longhorns trail to the Bobcats 17-13. We'll be right back in just a moment. You are watching middle school girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. Fourth quarter coming up right after this. Like to welcome you back inside the Meeteetse School here in Meeteetse, Wyoming, home of the Longhorns. Fourth quarter about ready to start, and we're bringing it all to you live here from Meeteetse School. Beautiful little town here off of Highway 120 on the way to Yellowstone. About a 20-minute or so drive from Cody, a 50-minute drive from Thermopolis. It's always nice to be here. We'll be in 10 Sleep next week as well. We've never called a game from 10 Sleep. We've passed through there multiple times on the way to Buffalo. But that one's picked and stolen away. Now McGee bringing it down the floor off of the steal by Pick and Paw. Here they go down the near side. McGee loses control of the ball, and she tried to keep it in there but couldn't get to it in time. That's going to go back to the Bobcats. McGee had a pretty good second quarter. She was responsible for 4 points in that quarter, which gave Meeteetse a ton of life. She had a very difficult shot from inside the arc, just barely on the red line. That one went in, and then she also tried a one-hander that contested one that went in the second quarter as well. She has been making some very difficult shots today. Yoder to pass it in. Annabelle Wire being vocal down there on that near side. Oh, and a bad pass there from Pick and Paw to Reese Harris, and they'll get called for the backcourt. Harris has been caught on that a couple times today. Unfortunately, Meeteetse not quite thinking there in that on that pass. I think they were just trying to get rid of the ball. They weren't aware that they were up past the line there. Annabelle Wire trying to hold on to it. It'll be Avery Teeples. Now Mabry Schwann. Shot is up. Cannot get it to go. Annabelle Wire on the offensive rebound for the Bobcats. She's being hounded there by McGee. Shot on its way for Benefiel. It's up and it's no good. Couldn't line it up there. And it'll be rebounded by the Longhorns, but they'll be harassed down there on that baseline as the one with the rebound was Audrey Hines, the 7th grader. Foul was also charged to Ella Benefiel for her second personal. Bobcats playing a full court press here, trying to limit the movement here. Meeteetse forced all the way back. Near side, tries to take the shot. It's up and it's contested. It's in! Cha-ching as she banks it in for 2. 15 on the board, only a 2-point game here. Wire moving right side. Loses control of the ball, now gives it to Ella Benefiel. Benefiel kicking it out, takes the shot from mid. It's up and it can't get it to go. McGee on the rebound. It's tipped away, and they are tackling each other like rugby players down there on that far side. And they're going to call a traveling violation there on Pick and Paw. Wasn't really paying attention to the feet there. I didn't see anything, but the referee saw something we didn't. So they will get Meeteetse on that, and Thermopolis will be getting the possession here. They need to do something. They need to start scoring with these possessions. Down the left side, Annabelle Wire. That one's up, no good. A foul also called to go with it. That is not going to be free throws, though. That will send them to the baseline. And also, Aurora Yoder in a lot of trouble here. She's on her 4th foul. One away, one more, and she is out of here. Gives it into Teeples, loses control. McGee on a fantastic steal. And she'll go with a baseball pass down court. This is going to go out of bounds and back to the Bobcats. Reese Harris and Ella Benefiel were trying to chase that down. Benefiel just kept her hands up like she was I'm not going to finish that sentence. But Benefiel just, she was trying to not be responsible for the touch there. Gives it up to Teeples. Takes a shot from mid. It's up and it's no good. Another 25 down there to rebound it. It's McGee. And she'll get it tipped away by Annabelle Wire, who's garnered a bit of a reputation for being an aggressive defender. Usually gets in there and tips it away if you give her the free space to do so. Down the near side here off of Reese Harris. Down the right side. Picks up the dribble. That one's going to be up on a foul. So this should be free throws coming up here. We got a player tying her shoe. So yeah, free throws coming up here, and it looks like it'll be Reese Harris up to take them. She'll have 2 of them. If she makes both of them, that'll be enough to tie the game. Shot on its way. It's up and it's no good. Got 2 subs coming in for the Bobcats. Amelia Johnson and Hannah Boren back into the game. Avery Teeples and Reagan Schaefer headed to the bench. 3:47 still to play. Free throw on its way. It's up and it's no good. 0 for 2 there. Mabry Schwann on the rebound. Passes it left side. Baseball pass to the end here to Amelia Johnson. Johnson backdoor here to, Ella Benefiel. That one's up and a heavy foul down there near the padding. That should be 2 coming up here for Benefiel. So Ella Benefiel at the free throw line. Bobcats sent in a little bit of height there with Hannah Boren. Shot is up and it's in. First score of the quarter for the Bobcats. Shot on its way for Benefiel. It's up and gets it to go. No backboard, no rim, nothing but net on both of those shots. Far side there to Reese Harris. She'll come up past the scorer's table, tries to move to the left wing. Now to the elbow, takes the shot. It's contested. McGee probably would have made that. But that one's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Longhorns. Aurora Yoder has to be careful, by the way, like we said earlier. 4 fouls on the day, 1 more and she is gone. And that's going to go through the legs of Brandy Pickenpaw. They're going to try and chase it down. Audrey Hines headed to the near side. She was trying to keep the ball in bounds. And this one's going to go back to the Bobcats. 3:22 to go. Benefiel up past the volleyball line. She'll move up top here, up to the far side, right wing, down the right side. Shot is up for Johnson. Can't get it to go. Mabry Schwann takes the shot with pressure from McGee. McGee and Boren try to get in there, and it's going to be a whistle. And I think they're going to call a foul, actually, on McGee. They are. Her first personal. And the Bobcats will use their first timeout of the morning here. And we'll be right back in just a moment from the Meeteetse schools. A full timeout for the Bobcats as they lead 19-15 with a inbound incoming. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching middle school girls basketball on TVSN, the future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. We're talking back here inside of the Meeteetse schools in Meeteetse, Wyoming. A small town of 309 people with the best chocolatier in the region, in my opinion. Sunshine Reservoir, Yellowstone National Park, take your pick. There's 2 ways here. There's a crossroads here in Meeteetse to get to one or the other. Mabry Schwann inside. That one's up, no good. I need to take a trip out to Sunshine one of these days. I think that'd be pretty fun. Aurora Yoder into pass here as the Bobcats forfeited the possession there off of the whistle. Gives it in to Audrey Hines as also McGee was trying to chase it down. I think it will be Bobcat ball here. Hope you're having a great morning. Hopefully you got some coffee on hand. We got here bright and early at about 9 o'clock here, despite the construction. Near side, takes the shot from the elbow. Good shot by Benefiel, but she'll get her own rebound. Schwann, and that'll be a traveling violation. The Bobcats kind of need to start working on that. Not going to have any time now, obviously, but after the 10 sleep game, or actually no. Shoot, they play Monday and Tuesday. After the Shoshone game, that's definitely something they're going to need to work on in practice. That's something that you just can't afford to keep doing. A lot of those traveling violations have cost them a lot of valuable points off the board. The same thing applies to the Longhorns as well. They'll get ready for the inbound here. It's Yoder on the baseline. 2:49 to play. They'll give it inside to Amaya McGee. McGee up past the timeline, getting low, trying to get by Boren. Even match there, by the way. What's not an even match is Pick and Paw versus Benefiel. Bit of a height advantage for Pick and Paw. They'll go out of bounds. Meeteetse as a team, though, seems to be a taller team than the Bobcats. I don't know what is with these smaller schools and having taller people. Burlington also had a huge height advantage. Makes me worried about Tin Sleep. Up under the left elbow. That one's up and it's no good. And they're going to try to grab the rebound. Benefiel there to get that, and it's been a physical game today. A lot of people have met some hardwood today, and also a double dribble there on the Bobcats. Benefiel called for it. Somebody tipped over one of the trash cans down there on the bleachers side of the court here. Yoder will get ready to inbound. Yoder passes it in, looking to go past the free throw line. This one's tipped, stolen away by Mabry Schwann. Benefiel will have some breathing room. That won't last long. She'll give it up to Sylvana DeVries, and a hard foul on the near side of the floor. That'll be Meeteetse's fourth foul. They're one away from giving the Bobcats free throws here. And Pick and Paw, the second player to be in foul trouble. She has got 4 fouls on the day. Gives up to Hannah Boren, backdoor to Benefiel. Shots up and overshot. I think the Bobcats are just rushing their shots here. This is going up to the far side. And that's going to be out toward the scorer's table. It's going to go back to Meeteetse. 2 minutes to go. And they're going to throw this one in. Hannah Boren on the initial tip, but they'll have some room down the left side. Takes the shot off the basket. No good. And Amelia Johnson on the breakaway down the right side. Shots up. Kick. And it's to go. Boren on the rebound. That one's up. No good. Johnson gives it back to Sylvana DeVries. That one's up, no good. McGee on the defensive rebound for Meeteetse. McGee picks it up near side, hounded by Boren. Trying to keep them back there. It's going to be up to Yoder now. Down the right side, one-on-one with Johnson. Takes the shot, it's up, no good. And that's going to be out of bounds. That's going to go back up to the Bobcats. 94 seconds to go here. Time to deliver your Two Basins Sports Network player of the game. I think we're going to get this one to Hannah Boren today of the Bobcats. Shot is up for Sylvana DeVries. That one's up and no good. Amelia Johnson, that one's up. That one's no good. Out of bounds for the Bobcats. Honorable mentions today for the Bobcats include Ella Benefiel as well as Sylvana DeVries and Amelia Johnson. Honorable mentions today for the Meeteetse Longhorns include Reese Harris, Aurora Yoder, and Amaya McGee. That one's up and in for the Bobcats. Didn't see who scored, though. Football score here in Meeteetse, 1:10 to go. The foul there, it looks like it might have been a defensive foul on the Bobcats. That should be either their fourth or their fifth. I think it's their fourth. And this is going to be charged to Sylvana DeVries for her second personal foul of the game. And Pick and Paw up top. She'll give the bounce pass. And 2 Bobcats down there trying to rip it away from Hines. This is going to go back to Thermopolis. 1:02 still to play in the fourth. Oh, Mabry Schwann needs her shoes tied. The referee giving her helping hand there. Ashley Clear having a good laugh about it over there on the Bobcats sideline. Amelia Johnson going to pass this one in. Meeteetse with a 4-man press here in the backcourt. Baseball pass to Mabry Schwann. It works. Down the left side. Shots up and no basket. They're going to call that one back to Meeteetse. Ooh. Also, that is an offensive foul on Schwann. 5th foul for the Bobcats. This was charged to Hannah Boren. So I think free throws are coming up here for Thermopolis. Or sorry, not Thermopolis. Meeteetse, I meant to say. I apologize. .55 seconds to go still in this A game here from Meeteetse. And some communication down there trying to understand what's going on. Okay, so they're going to have Bobcat ball here. Or no. Meeteetse ball. Apologize. Sorry, I'm not a morning person. Aurora Yoder passing this one in. Now here comes the 15, trying to go side by side here. Aurora Yoder to the near side. 48 seconds to go. Yoder passes it behind her to Harris. Harris, right side, screen set, shot on its way. It's up, but it's no good. Trying to go for it down there on the floor, and where's this one going to go? And this is going to go back to the Bobcats. I'm not quite comfortable calling the game here. I think there's still time for Meeteetse to come back here if they are mistake-free from here on out, and the Bobcats don't use too much time. That one's up and intercepted by Pickenpaw. Going back up through the middle, she'll come to the near side. That is Reese Harris. Picks up the dribble now, gives it over to Hines. That's going to go out of, or no, that's going to stay inbound somehow. Hines is going to, ooh. It just fell like a rag doll there trying to get the ball, but this is going to go back to the Bobcats, and I think this game might very well just be over. Bobcats will recover from their losses to Worland and Burlington. They'll move on to A team will move on to 3-2. About the B team, I'm not quite sure. Down the right side, 6, 5. Schwann to the right side, 4, 3. That is going to be a jump ball down on that right side of the key. Good job by Audrey Hines to get there. B team coming up after this. Keep that in mind. And that one tipped 2-1. Happy New Year. Shot is up in time, but that's going to hit the basket support. And we are going to conclude this A game as the Bobcats squeak a win out. 21-15. Meeteetse had their number for most of that second half, but the Bobcats were able to score when it counted. And you still got to give the Meeteetse Longhorns a lot of credit. They had an explosive second quarter, kept it really good in that third quarter. Just some mistakes in the fourth quarter in the end just kind of cost them. And, you know, you can hope that the B team gets better. Some lessons learned from this game. Hopefully they can move on and have some better success here as the season progresses. Still a young season here for middle school girls basketball. We'll be back for some B team action in just a moment. Final score of the A game, the Bobcats 21, Meeteetse Longhorns 15. Of course, if that's all you're here for, then thank you for stopping by. We wish you a good rest of your day. However, for the rest of you, B game coming up right after this. like to welcome you back here inside of Meeteetse School, home of the Longhorns. First quarter of the B game getting set to go here as Thermopolis Bobcats continue this two-game series against the Meeteetse Longhorns. The only time that the Thermopolis Bobcats will face the Longhorns in the regular season. Chance that they might meet up in the conference tournament, though, you never know. But a game like that, Meeteetse showed really tough. That they're really tough, a really tough program here, going up against a team that is about, I'd say, probably twice of their size, and the numbers are looking a lot more iffy on the B game here. We saw 4 players warm up for Meeteetse. There was one sitting on the bench. They have a couple more filling in now on the bench as well, but the Meeteetse that's just kind of small school problems, right? I mean, they just don't have the numbers. I mean, there's a reason why they don't have a C team. Tip is up, and we are underway. First quarter here in the B game. We'll have another A-B contest on Monday in Ten Sleep. We'll be live from Ten Sleep School, the new school that they just built over there. We never got a chance to see the old gymnasium, unfortunately, but we get to see the new gym. So far side, this one's stolen away. That one was dribbled by the 2 of McKenna Hagan, the 6th grader. Shot on its way. It's up and it's no good there. That was shot by the 2 of Ebony Schroyer. And now past the timeline. Here they come. Pass it to the far side. Now this one to the 23. This one's loose. Charlie Keller loses the ball. It's Bowker down the other end. Bowker takes the shot. It's up and a traveling violation on Bowker. This is going to go back to the Longhorns. Speaking of, there is a lot of Bobcats who have made the trip here. Now, granted, it is only like a 45-minute drive, but still a lot of people, a pretty even, healthy mix of Longhorns and Bobcats here in the grandstands here at the Meeteetse schools. Holds it over her head. This is McKenna Hagan, and she's going to draw the jump ball. I think they had Avery Teeples down there in the mix of that as well. 1 minute gone here in the first quarter of the B game. Charlie Keller will inbound for the Longhorns. Gives up to the right side. Shot is up, rolls off the rim, no good. And Helen Bowker on the rebound. Has Avery Teeples out in front of her. Goes to the basket. Shot is up. Can't get it to go. Misses the layup. And it's going right on back to the Longhorns. Up past the timeline. Guarded by Reagan Schaefer. Moving to the left side. It's tipped. Schaefer steals it. Tries to give it off to Avery Teeples in the backcourt. And they'll call a traveling violation on Schaefer. And so here they go. Meeteetse coming into inbound. Charlie Keller to the near side. Keller guarded by the 2 here. Gives it inside. This is going to be the 10 of Bandy Pickenpaw giving this one away. Avery Teeples going to try and bring this back down the near side. Here they come. And a double dribble. I think it might have just been a reflex there, but still, we got to control that. 4:15 here. McKenna Hagan going to bring this one up past the timeline for the Longhorns. Hagan to the far side, picks it up, and a foul committed there. We believe it was Annabelle, either Wire or Schaefer, that had committed the foul there for the Bobcats. Oh, we forgot to reset the timeouts on our score bug. We apologize. And they'll get ready to toss this one in. Now here comes the 2 of McKenna Hagan. She'll move to the right side here. Gives it up to the 4 of Alice McCargo. And this one's stolen away. Avery Teeples coming back down the near side of the court. Teeples to the right side, and it's going to be a loose ball. And Meeteetse will get this one away, at least temporarily. Oh, there they go. Bandy Pickenpaw was the one that got that one away for the Longhorns. 3:36 to go in the first, almost halfway through the first quarter here. We got a sub coming in for Meeteetse. Audrey Hines, the 7th grader, will be coming in. Coming back down the far side. This is Wire. And they're going to say white ball here. Like we said, Audrey Hines coming in for Meeteetse. And we got a timeout called. We apologize here. I think it is going to be a Bobcat timeout. It looks like 30 seconds. We'll be right back in just a moment. Talking back inside of Meeteetse, this game brought to you by Kirby Consulting, serving the Rockies and Western Plains since 2014. Also brought to you by Hot Springs Pharmacy. If you'd like to add your company to the list of people that support us here on this channel, then please get in contact with us. Our phone number was just splashed up on the ticker that was on the bottom of the screen during the little timeout there. Also, our email was down there. Contact us at 307-388-9203. Call or text, or you can get out to us on Facebook Messenger as well. That seems to be people's preferred method. And that's going to be a tie-up down there on the free throw line. She just kind of goes into her shell a little bit there to try to protect it, but that's going to give it back to the Bobcats. Charlie Keller was the one that held on to it, the 6th grader there. 3 minutes to go. Hallen Bowker gives up underneath to Avery Teeples. Shots up, but that's the first basket of the game. And the assist by Hallen Bowker, and a beautiful job there by those two. Great teamwork going from lane to lane to try to get the basket. That one's going to go out of bounds. It will stay right here with the Longhorns. Meeteetse on the inbound here. They'll give it up. That's going to go out of bounds. That one was intended for Hines. I think it might stay here, though. And we got one checking in for the Bobcats. Number 22, Jesse Moore, into the game. Up into the corner. Loose ball. This is going to go out onto the red paint. That is going to, judging by the way they're still there, it looks like it's going to stay here with the Longhorns. Charlie Keller will inbound here from Meeteetse. Giving it up to the far side corner. That'll be a foul here, this time on Schaefer. They're going to call the push there on her. That'll be, I believe, the 2nd team foul for the Bobcats. 2:33 to go. Right side and out of bounds it goes. So this is going to go back up to the Bobcats now. Schaefer going up toward the storage closet there. And now you're going to coming up past the timeline. Schaefer and Annabelle Wire were there in the backcourt. Now here comes Bowker. Bowker missed the first 3 games of the season, but we saw her in the game against Burlington. We got another one checking in for Thermopolis. It appears to be Emily O'Rourke checking into the game. Meeteetse empty backcourt here, although Schaefer is playing up near the timeline. Picks up the dribble, goes left side, loose ball. This one's going to be picked up by Annabelle Wire on the far side, coming up past the scorer's table. Tries to skip to the near side here, and she'll get it to Schaefer. Schaefer left side now to Wire. Wire pass back to Emily O'Rourke. O'Rourke now to, I want to say that is Schroyer. Shot is up and it is no good. They'll try to keep it inbounds. And I think Meeteetse was probably better served trying to let that one go, but they keep it with the Bobcats. Bandy Pickenpaw is going to come into the game now for Meeteetse. Ziza Fritsch coming off the floor. Down the right side, that one's up, no good, and able to shoulder it out. Annabelle Wire gets there, and that one's tipped and stolen away. Down the other end, it's tipped by Wire, and that's going to foil the basket there. Audrey Hines was trying to score in the transition there, but Wire came up from behind and just poked it away. What we've come to know her for on this team, big defensive asset. Down the right side, that one's up, no good. And being harassed, and once again, guess who? Wire in there to draw the jump ball. And honestly, the way she's been playing on defense is exactly what the doctor ordered. She has been doing fantastic here in this B game. Emily O'Rourke with it on the elbow. She'll go to the left side. Ball is free. Goes out toward the stage. Remember, this place doubles as a gymnasium and an auditorium, a common feature of some smaller schools. Burlington's auxiliary gym has that feature. Emily O'Rourke with it on the left side of the basket, trying to get rid of it. She'll give it up to Jessie Moore. She'll come up around the arc. Up top, takes a shot from three. That one's up. It had power, but didn't quite hit the backboard the right way there. That is going to be off to the two of McKenna Hagan, off the rebound, I believe, by Charlie Keller. Gives up left side to Keller. Keller has an open shot to the basket. That one's up and too strong, no good. Emily O'Rourke through the middle. Now gives it up back to Schroyer. Shot is up and gets it to go as it rattles in for two. And just a fantastic job. Actually, that might not be Schroyer at all. I actually don't know who that is. Picks up the dribble, now gives up behind her to the volleyball attack line. Takes the shot from the elbow. That one's up and it's no good. Jessie Moore on the rebound for Thermopolis. And she'll try to get down in transition here, down to the near side. Meeteetse on the steal. They'll try to bring it back the other way. 3, 2, 1. And won't get a shot off in time, and that is going to conclude the first quarter of this B game. Thermopolis leading 4-0 here at the end of one. We'll be right back. You're watching middle school girls basketball on Two Basins at Sports Network. The future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. More B game coming up after this. I'd like to welcome you back here inside of Meeteetse School in Meeteetse, Wyoming, here in southern Park County. Park County School District number 16. And the same school that just sent their kids to Canada this past September. Hafford, Saskatchewan. Been to Saskatchewan, plan to go back in March. Beautiful province in Canada. Meeteetse the students of the Meeteetse school should be absolutely, thankful that their school allowed them that opportunity to see such a beautiful part of our planet. But down into the middle, now here they go up top. Now a bounce pass, that's going to go by. Also, Jenny Daramidi getting her first reps of the afternoon here. Well, I guess it's technically still morning. It's 11:37, but Reagan Schaefer bringing it up past the timeline. She'll look to pass left side here. That is definitely not Ebony Schroyer. I don't know who that is. Giving it on back to Emily O'Rourke. O'Rourke on the screen set by Daramidi. Passes it back. Moves to the right side. Has a shot. It's up and it's no good. Rebounded Number 12 on the rebound for Meeteetse. And they're going to try and bring it back in transition here. Moving to the right side of the basket. It's tipped and stolen away. Coming back down the other end. Here comes Schaefer. And Schaefer will get called for the traveling violation. She bobbled the dribble a little bit. And we got one checking in, number 3. Ziza Fritsch, the 7th grader, back into the game for the Longhorns. Fritsch gives it into Hagen here. Hagen to the middle, moving left side, now moving right. Holds it over her head, gives it inside now to Pickenpaw. Shot is on its way up and no good. Jesse Moore on the rebound. Moore in transition, going to the basket, might have a chance. It's up and it's no good. Daramidi on the rebound. That one's up and it's in. Jenny Daramidi with her first points of the game. 6-0 is your score. Bobcats starting to find their groove a little bit as the minutes tick by. Picks up the dribble. Passes it left side. Driving is Pickenpaw. Pickenpaw stops in the paint. Shot is up. Cha-ching. Meeteetse will break the seal. That'll be their first basket of the game. 4:13 to go here in the second quarter. Jenny Daramidi with it. She'll move left side. Has a lane to the basket. It's up and it's in. And that is going to force Daryl Benyon to call the timeout. And we are going to take a quick break here from inside of Meeteetse School. 8-2, Bobcats on top with the Longhorns using their first timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Bobcats lead 8-2 here on the road. I'd like to welcome you back here inside the Meeteetse School, home of the Longhorns. Thermopolis Bobcats and the Meeteetse Longhorns meeting here. Meeting in the meeting place here in Meeteetse. Second quarter, Bobcats up 8-2 over the Longhorns. Thermopolis Bobcats will be facing the 10 Sleep Pioneers in 10 Sleep at the new 10 Sleep School. We'll be live from there on Monday. A and B action right here on Two Basins Sports Network. It will be our first ever broadcast from 10 Sleep, so that'll be interesting. Getting up to the right side, shot on its way. It's up and it rattles in. The score by the 12 of Audrey Hines, the 7th grader, getting her first points of the game. Up past the timeline, Schaefer passes left side. Number 2 with it on the far side. She'll try to move broadcast side up through the middle. Holds on to it, looking for an open pass. She'll give it to the right side to Schaefer. Schaefer going around. Emily O'Rourke open, and she'll give it up to the left side. Open shot. It's up. Can't get it to go. Jesse Moore on the rebound. It's up and out of bounds. That is going to go back to the Longhorns. Halfway through the second quarter here in this B game. Audrey Hines on the baseline. She'll get ready to pass it in to McKenna Hagen. Brings it up past the volleyball line. Move it to the far side. Screen set. Very good screen on the far side. That one's up and no good. And Pickenpaw tried to go for the rebound. This is going back to the Bobcats. And now Emily O'Rourke and Reagan Schaefer side by side up past the timeline. O'Rourke playing center here on this play. O'Rourke with the screen. Shot is up for the 2. This one's up no good. Jenny Daramidi on the rebound. That one's up no good. Daramidi responsible for half of the points here. O'Rourke with the ball. Emily O'Rourke near the baseline. Picks it up. Looking for an open shot. She'll get there. That one's up no good. Number 2 on the rebound. I believe that might be Sydney Eflin, but I might not be entirely sure there. So the shot and the foul, she'll get a couple of free throws here. Shot is up and cannot get it to go. Bobcats will not get into double digits on this attempt here. Shot is up, and it is no good. Both shots missed, and they're going to say back to Meeteetse off of the air ball there. McKenna Hagan bringing it up court here, guarded by Reagan Schaefer. She's been guarding that timeline a lot here today. Down to the bounce pass on the left side. It's up on a foul. I think they're going to call Dara Meady for that, for her first personal. On the baseline, here comes Charlie Keller. Keller on the inbound. A little bit of chaos down there. 3 Bobcats and 1 Longhorn trying to get it away. 2:18 to go in the second. He feeds it into Emily O'Rourke. Gives it on back now to Reagan Schaefer. Up past the timeline with a little bit more tempo. Left side here to the 2. She'll move right side on the screen set by Jessie Moore. Shot on its way for Dara Meady. It's up and gets it to go. That's her 3rd basket of the day. 6 points for Dara Meady. And Dara Meady has had some games where she has set the world on fire, has a couple of games where she's been quiet but still serviceable, and this is one of those games where she is lighting the world on fire so far. 6 points on the game. This one's up and no good, rebounded by the 2. Again, we believe that might be Sydney Eplin, but we cannot confirm that. We might have to go to the scorer's table during halftime. Emily O'Rourke passes to the left side. That is Sydney Eplin. One of her teammates called out her name, so that is Sydney Eplin. That is Reagan Schaefer now to the right side. Passes, that is going to ricochet off of Audrey Hines and out of bounds. Hallen Bowker checking back into the game. Haven't seen her in a hot minute. They're going to go for the inbound. Emily O'Rourke. Shot is up and gets it to go. O'Rourke with her first points of the afternoon. 1:12 to go in the half. 12-4. Thermopolis on top here on the road. Definitely more of a convincing lead than the A game. Shot is up from mid. It's up and it goes off the basket. Emily O'Rourke on the rebound, and she'll pass it up to Reagan Schaefer. O'Rourke getting much better as a player as this season progresses. She has made a lot of strides so far. She did have 4 points in that game against, I think it was in that game against Rocky. Either that or it was against Grable. Shot is up and it's no good. Fighting on it to the floor on the right lane. 36.5 ticks to go on the scoreboard. So the tie-up is going to result in I believe, a Longhorn ball. Yes, it will. 6th grader Charlie Keller into inbound here. Keller giving it inside to Pickenpaw. Pickenpaw being harassed, and O'Rourke, I believe, charged on the foul. And so that's going to send Bandy Pickenpaw to the line to shoot 2. Trying to breathe some life into this Meeteetse offense here. The defense has been okay. Shot is up, and it is no good. Pickenpaw played a lot in that A game. And that one's going to fall well short of the basket. That's going to go back to the Bobcats. They'll try to pass this one in. Emily O'Rourke and Reagan Schaefer sharing the ball. Liking what they're going with that duo there in the backcourt. Eplin moving right side up top. Picks it up now to Emily O'Rourke. That's off her fingertips and out of bounds. Meeteetse will get the ball back. Charlie Keller near sideline now. McKenna Hagan with it. Broadcast side of the court. 13 seconds to go. And here they go far side, picks up the dribble. Now here they go up into the right lane with pick and paw, out of bounds, and 5.1 seconds to go. And it looks like this is going to go right on back to the Bobcats. The fans with the reaction there. Emily O'Rourke called up to the baseline here. 5 seconds to play. Timer will start. Schaefer, 3, 2, 1. Jenny Daramidi with the shot, and it's well short of the basket. And we're going to head into halftime as the Bobcats lead 12-4 here in Meeteetse, making good use of this road trip here as the Longhorns putting up still a really good fight, but the Bobcats able to get their stuff together. The B team finally able to find that cohesion that they've been lacking all season. We'll be back in 8 minutes for the start of this second half. Bobcats lead at the half, 12-4. We'll be back in just a moment from the Meeteetse schools here in Meeteetse, Wyoming. You're watching middle school girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats, on the voice of the Bobcats. I'd like to welcome you back here inside of Meeteetse School here in Meeteetse, Wyoming for the start of this third quarter as the Thermopolis Bobcats take on the Meeteetse Longhorns. Well, this will probably be our last broadcast of the season from Meeteetse. We will be broadcasting on behalf of Meeteetse later on this year. Let me just get that for you real quick. On November 8th, actually, we're taking a trip up to Burlington, so that is next Saturday. I think, yeah, next Saturday, because the Bobcats, I believe, are off that day. We'll be taking a trip up to Burlington to broadcast on behalf of the Longhorns. On the 6th, we are going to Shoshone to broadcast on behalf of the Wranglers as the Wranglers take on the Grable Buffaloes. Also, oddly enough, Thermopolis plays Shoshone on Tuesday at home. But we're back underway here. This game brought to you by Kirby Consulting and Hot Springs Pharmacy. 12 more minutes to go in our action from Meeteetse today. Only an A and B game today. Tossing up to the right side to Reagan Schaefer. It's out of bounds. It'll stay right here. And they'll toss this one in. Jenny Deramiti shot on its way up and in. 14-4. And Jenny Deramiti's been responsible for 8 of those 14 points. Looking to get another double-digit game here. The pass right side. It's tipped. Deramiti on the tip. Stolen by Schaefer. And she'll try to pass it here inside to Deramiti. It's stolen away, and it will be a foul on the 35 there. I think she probably could have tried to go for a cut on the left side of the baseline there, try and get herself a little more open. Schaefer kind of felt like she had to force the pass. 5:20 to go here. Picks up the dribble, passes, and it's intercepted. Come back down the other end. It was Annabelle Wire on the steal. Left side shot on its way for Schaefer, up and no good. She'll try to grab her own rebound. And Meeteetse ripping it away. A great rebound there by the two of, McKenna Hagan. Moving to her left side. Takes with the dribble, and that one's tipped and stolen away. Tried to pass it to her left. Annabelle Wire on another steal for the Bobcats. She's got one coming up behind her. Now gives up to Reagan Schaefer. Underneath to Hallen Bowker. Shots up, and it's in. Her first points. Scored herself a couple of points against Burlington off of free throws. Finally gets a field goal to add to her stat sheet here. And it is 16-4. 4 times the score here. And Hallen Bowker on the interception, coming back the other way. It's tipped and out of bounds. A combined B and C team to the best of our knowledge. Well, I've actually checked that. No C team. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout called, so we're going to take a quick breather. Yep, Meeteetse timeout, so we'll be right back in just a moment. Like talking back inside of the Meeteetse School here in Thermopolis. Or here in Meeteetse, I apologize. Good Lord, that was one of the stupidest things I think I have ever done. 16-4 is your score here. 4:10 to go in the third quarter. And Meeteetse trying to find something here on the offensive end of the ball. Gives it inside, and they'll steal it away. Charlie Keller. A lot of good steals, a lot of good rebounds for the Longhorns, but those have not translated into points. Giving it inside. That is going to go up to the far side to Annabelle Wire. Up to the far side. Now here comes Charlie Keller on the steal. That's going to give it back up to McKenna Hagan. Hagan picks up the dribble. Now here they go to the right side. Tries to get rid of it. That's going to roll out toward the baseline. Got a sub coming in for Meeteetse. It will be Reese Harris into the game. And Hallen Bowker will feed this one back to Reagan Schaefer. We got a wholesale sub coming in for the Bobcats as well. Annabelle Wire, now Schaefer down the right side. Shots up, can't get it to go. That one had a lot of potential there. Had a big gap in the defense for Meeteetse, but the Bobcats have had a lot of trouble all season finishing at the rim. Something that they're going to need to definitely work on here. And Annabelle Wire strips it away. Coming back down the other end. Daramiti calling for the pass. And falling to the floor. Cannot get the steal. Number 1, Reese Harris, was there to take it away for Meeteetse. Passes the timeline. Moving to the left now into the elbow. Kicks it out to Pick and Paw. This one's loose. Taken away by Daramiti. Coming back down the other end. To the right side, shots up, and it's in! And she's done it. I think that's 10 points on the day now for her, as she has had a great game so far. 18-4. Down the left side, loose ball up toward the sideline. Meeteetse still recovers. Now here comes McKenna Hagan to the right side, takes the shot, it's up and can't get it to go. And rebounded here, an offensive rebound for Hagan and a foul. I think they're going to get Schaefer on that, and that will bring in a fresh set of legs here for the Bobcats. 14-20, or so Amelia Johnson's in, Jessie Moore, Emily O'Rourke, J.C. Worley also into the game. And the final one, number 14, McKenna Mackey, into the game for the first time today. Going to get this one in. Amelia Johnson tries to get it back for the Bobcats, but that's going to roll out toward the near side. Bounce pass inside, stolen away by Amelia Johnson. She's had a great couple of games here, played a lot in the A game, had a pretty good impact there. Sorry, out of bounds. They'll go stay here with the Bobcats. J.C. Worley into inbound for Thermopolis. Up into the right side. Bounce pass back to Worley. Stays here with Emily O'Rourke. O'Rourke tries to heave it back over to Amelia Johnson, and she does. Johnson on the volleyball line. Bounce pass here to Mackey is going to go out of bounds up on the broadcast side. And that is going to go right on back to Meeteetse. 1:45 to go into third. Wow, a quick third quarter, I'm going to be honest. First half was a little longer to me, but the second half so far has been just, lightning fast. We'll be back on the road before you know it. Keep in mind, we will be seeing these guys again here on TBSN. We'll be broadcasting on behalf of Meeteetse when they go to Burlington next Saturday. And we'll also be broadcasting on behalf of Shoshone when they face off against Grable next week as well. Loose ball up to the far side. Jessie Moore trying to keep it in bounds. She will. And it's going to be a dogfight for the ball. Oh, man. Reese Harris was not willing to let it go, but I don't think she wanted to risk her legs for it. Meeteetse will get the ball back. Actually, I meant to say her shoulder, not her legs. I don't know where that came from. I wouldn't want to risk my shoulder for that either. Going to the right side, and that is going to be J.C. Worley that tipped it there, but Amelia Johnson will pick it up last. Tosses it over to Worley. Worley going down the left side. Worley passes it back up to Jessie Moore. Moore will come around the will come around the three-point arc here. Drops to her knees, tries to keep it away. It'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Bobcats. And some raccoon hands there by Reese Harris to try and steal it away. J.C. Worley gives it inside to Emily O'Rourke. Shot is up, can't get it to go. And that'll be a rebound by Bandy Pickenpaw. 43 seconds to play in the third quarter of this B game. Going to the right side, picks up the dribble, now tosses it in. O'Rourke with the volleyball smack, and that's going to go back up to Amelia Johnson. She loses the ball. And falling to the floor there is Charlie Keller, as J.C. Worley will also get in there to try to steal it away. Thermopolis will inbound. Worley on the near side. She'll have Amelia Johnson in to pass to. It is Amelia Johnson with it here on the right side. 18-4. Johnson passes left. O'Rourke. That's not O'Rourke. That is Mackey. I apologize. Jessie Moore on a rush shot. O'Rourke on the rebound. That one's up, no good. Jessie Moore tries to put it up. And that's going to be taken away by Bandy Pickenpaw, the seventh grader. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. That's the end of that one. We're going to be heading into the final quarter of our action here from the Meeteetse School. And that's a shame because I'm having a lot of fun here. 18-4, your score. The Bobcats on top. A very successful day for the B team. We'll be right back in just a moment for the end of this B game. You're watching middle school girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats, on the voice of the Bobcats. Talking back inside the Meeteetse K-12 school for the final quarter of our action here. The Meeteetse Longhorns hosting the Thermopolis Bobcats. They'll do the same for the boys this upcoming January. Emily O'Rourke passing this one in now. Here comes Amelia Johnson, who has had a pretty decent impact here on the Bobcats today. I think she's got one basket. If not, she has definitely done a lot more on defense today. Same thing goes for Annabelle Wire, who has been I'm a score off turnover from her away from calling her raccoon hands, because she's gotten a lot of steals. It's just unfortunate she's just not able to turn that into points. Emily O'Rourke loses the ball there. Speaking of turnovers, bringing it back down the court. Here comes Meeteetse trying to mount a last quarter comeback as Amelia Johnson tips it, steals it down the right side. Shots up, can't get it to go. Common theme, unfortunately, just unable to finish at the rim. They need to work with these girls. I think all three of these teams would be undefeated, just because they would be undefeated if they would just finish at the rim off these turnovers, because they cause a lot of turnovers. They get so many steals per game, but they're not coming back and they're not turning them into points. That's the main issue. They have a lot of space as well when they go out in front, but they're not able to score at the rim. They need to work with them with these close layups. And that's going to be a pass back to Emily O'Rourke, stolen away by Pickenpaw. And now here comes the two of McKenna Hagan. Hagan to the near side. Switches to her left. She's looking to pass. She'll give it up underneath here to her teammate Reese Harris. Shot is up. Can't get it to go. Keeping it inbound. Pickenpaw will have it. And now here comes Ziza Fritsch. She'll give it back up. Gives it up back to Pickenpaw on the left side. Shots up on a foul. Hits the basket support. That'll be two shots coming up for Meeteetse. And so let's see what Pick and Paw's got in store here. I don't think we've seen Meeteetse at the line very often today. Not in the A or B games. Shot is up, and I think she might have gotten off her knee there just a little too early. Not nearly enough power. Jenny Deramiti, Hallen Bowker, and Sydney Eplin into the game here. 18-4, Thermopolis on top. Pick and Paw's second shot on its way. That one, good enough power, just did not get the right bounce off the backboard. Bowker now to Worley. Worley loses control of the ball. She'll fall on it. She'll get rid of it to Sydney Eplin, the 8th grader moving up the floor. Eplin holds on to it, gives it back up to McKenna Mackey. Mackey down the right side, loses the ball. It's out of bounds. It's going back to the Longhorns. 4:10 to go in the fourth. And Bobcats calling out their matchups here. So I think the Bobcats are going to play man-to-man here, just judging based on the fact that the girls are getting their matchups called out here. On the free throw line, shot is up. They're going to call a foul there as McKenna Hagan goes to the wood there. So that'll be Meeteetse drawing yet another set of free throws here. They're going to call Bowker on that on her first foul of the afternoon here. Shots up, no good there. Taking the shots is McKenna Hagan, a 6th grader. Four minutes to go, by the way. Shot is on its way. It's up and it's no good. Rebounded by Jenny Deramiti. Coming back down the other side. Deramiti trying to get by into the right lane. Now here comes Eplin moving to her left side. Takes the shot. It's up and it's undercooked. And Pick and Paw there on the rebound as Jenny Deramiti was also in the vicinity to try to grab the O-Reb. 3:42 to go here in the fourth. Gets up behind her here to Reese Harris. Stops, takes the shot. It's up and it rims out. Pick and Paw on the rebound. Pick and Paw trying to get underneath. Shot is up and it's in. A foul to go with it, so she'll have a free throw as well. Meeteetse finally able to get something on the board there in the second half. It'll be Hallen Bowker as well with her second personal foul of the game. Shot is up and falls short of the rim. Pick and Paw will have another one here. Oh, sorry, check that. They did not count the basket, so I do apologize. Shot is up and it's in. It is actually 18-5, so we do apologize. Thought they counted the basket, but passes right side. Mackey to Eplin. Eplin moving left side. Eplin loses control of the ball. They'll be called a jump ball here. And it's going to come back the other way. 3:11 to go in the fourth, halfway through the quarter. 3:11 to go in our action for the day. And we'll see the Longhorns again next Saturday in Burlington here on TBSN. Picks up the dribble now, looking to pass right side. And there'll be a foul. And I think Reese Harris was the one that was fouled. Got a Bobcat tie in her shoes here. Fourth foul of the quarter now for the Bobcats. One more away from free throws potentially here. On the baseline. They'll toss this one in. And tries the shot. Technically that's a block. Hallen Bowker getting the hold of it. Up past the timeline. Bowker moving left side and just 1 foot too far. That's a travel. 18-5. Still a lopsided contest here in Meeteetse. Bandy Pick and Paw will pass it in for the Longhorns. And Meeteetse going with a play call here on offense. And Deramiti with the tip. And it's stolen away. Coming back down the other end to the right lane. Shots up and it's in. And gets it to go for the 20th score of the game here. Or I guess the 10th basket. All of them have been have been 2 pointers. And I think she is at 12 points on the day, which is just absolutely incredible for this level anyway. Hallen Bowker on another interception. Bowker has been one of the heroes on defense here. When she's out there on the floor, she has done fantastic. Wondering if her dad has given her like one of those defensive back drills or something, because that's exactly what it looks like. She's going back there like a football defensive back and going getting the interception. Two minutes to go. Clock still hasn't run yet. Now there they go. Passing it. That one's another one stolen away by J.C. Worley this time. Down the other side, the 7th grader loses control, takes a tumble, and now Pick and Paw is going to pick it up. Jenny Darameete trying to get there, but it is protected way too well there by Pick and Paw. Kind of went in there and crouched like a hockey goalie trying to freeze the puck, right? It's just like she knew they were going to get that call for her there. Meeteetse is going to have the inbound. We also got a sub coming off here as Hallen Bowker, I believe, is going to head to the bench. And she is just kind of chuckling there on the bench. There on the near side, 1:39 to go. We'll have a player of the game for you here in just a moment. Shot is up and it is no good. We'll have the player of the game on the next whistle. Great rebound by Emily O'Rourke. O'Rourke in transition. Tries to pivot. Gives it up to Sydney Eplin. Eplin down the right side. Has a shot. Shot's up no good. 1:19 to go. Your Two Basins Sports Network player of the game today is Jenny Darameete. Your honorable mentions today for the Bobcats include the likes of Emily oh my good Lord, that was a big hit. Honorable mentions today include the likes of Emily O'Rourke as well as Annabelle Wire, and also I think I'm going to give my last honorable mention today to Sydney Eplin. I think Sydney Eplin and Hallen Bowker. How about that? Those are your honorable mentions for Thermopolis. Honorable mentions for Meeteetse include Brandy Pick and Paw, Reese Harris, and McKenna Hagan. Driving to the right side, tries to put a shot up. It's up and no good. 48 seconds to play here in Meeteetse. Down the right side they go. Jessie Moore loses control of the ball. Now here comes Charlie Keller as she'll give this one off to McKenna Hagan. 35 seconds to play here in the game. 20-5, a 15-point difference. They're just playing for pride here. And that's going to go up to the right side. Shot on its way for Pick and Paw. Up and in. J.C. Worley bringing it up past the timeline. Now to McKenna Mackey. Mackey loses the ball. They're going to try to fight for it. And Sydney Eplin was trying to get aggressive, try and get in there and rip it away. Again, McKenna Hagan there just holding on to it really well. Bobcats will have the ball. J.C. Worley will throw it in with 7.8 seconds to go. Tosses in Emily O'Rourke with a wide open shot, and that will be 4 points on the day for the young lady. And that is going to conclude this game as the Thermopolis Bobcats sweep the Meeteetse Longhorns A and B on the road here. And they will go on to play the 10 Sleep Pioneers in 10 Sleep for another AB contest. Let's take a look at your upcoming live streams for the week here. Coming up next week, the week of November 3rd through 8th, I should probably say. November 3rd, we are going to to 10 Sleep as the Bobcats take on 10 Sleep. And then the day after that, we'll be back in Thermopolis at Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium as the Bobcats host the Shoshone Wranglers. Then 2 days after that, we'll be going to Shoshone as the Shoshone Wranglers take on the Grable Buffaloes. We'll be broadcasting on behalf of the Lady Blue in Shoshone. And then we'll be on the road again in Burlington on November 8th, bright and early, as the Meeteetse Longhorns take on the Burlington Huskies in Burlington at 10 a.m. Well, with that being said, that's going to wrap up our coverage here from the Meeteetse schools. It's been an absolute blast being here. Always is. It's always nice to be here in one of my favorite towns in the state of Wyoming. And with that being said, that will conclude our coverage. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, please drive home safe and do not pet the buffalo. Thermopolis Bobcats win the B game 22-7. A and B team squeak wins away from the Longhorns today.